Hey guys, Rickshaw here, and I got the little rickshawers over there. We're taking a walk. I'm on a roll the last couple of days. I'm going to have another beer. Back is starting to ease up, and we're still getting a little bit of break in the rain right now, so we'll walk. I don't have an umbrella, but I got the camera in its underwater doohickey. But did want to talk about something I'm seeing on the news. They got all this Let's Go Brandon stuff. I don't know if you guys heard the story, but it was some race car dude. His name is Brandon. He won the race, and the people in the NASCAR place were chanting FJB. You know what I mean? And so the newscaster girl thought they were saying, "Let's go Brandon." Okay, so that's the tagline of it now. But I think this is something that's been kind of made up, because that's hitting the news and it's everywhere. It's just constantly getting pounded down our throats. But where have you seen the thing about Fucci? He lied to Congress. They got him. He's in contempt of Congress. The guy's in trouble. They're going to bury it. They're going to bury it because they're going to keep touting this baloney crap that's going on. They're hitting us with fake news. And then you look at what happened with, I'm sure, this, I can see the meeting. I can see the meeting right now. Yeah. So I can see it right now. They need a big news story. So they go to their number one operative. You know who I mean. And they give him a gun. Sure, to take down Trump, but he shoots somebody. I truly believe these people are that nutty. I really do. And that's going to hit the news cycle, and that's going to occupy everyone's mind on MSN, and they're going to play it to the end. So, when these stories are out, look for the other one, the tidbits that they're not showing. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on out here right now. You look around the world, people are going nuts. There was just a thing here in the Philippines. I put it on the last video in the comments. Some dude's getting majorly upset with the crap that's going on. We're hearing crimes against humanity stuff, and people are coming out all over the place. I've got this Telegram with a bunch of different channels on there. And these are major news sites, not U.S. news sites, but major news sites are putting out information that, hey guys, this is what's going on is not good. So you get that Jabba, it could turn real bad. Who knows? Could.
Stop right there.
So take a look at it yet. There's a lot of folks here that we've been talking to. And they are just, forget it. They're just against it. They're no, absolutely not. What for? And then you see all the advertisement for it. You got to start thinking something's wrong when they start really pushing it. There's something else to this. So just wake up, guys. Just smell the coffee. But don't mind me about the water thing. I talk about it. It's kind of sucks here. Ready, set, go. And I do talk about it, but it's mostly for a warning for you guys when you come here and you go to buy a place. That's just something to make sure. I didn't even dream that this could happen to us. It's a fantastic builder. They do a good job with the foundation, the block work. They do a lot of good stuff. I don't really like the chick in the office myself. I think her English was bad, and she was hiding that fact from me. So that's why a lot of stupid stuff happened with her. But we're in the place. We got it. This is where we live. But really ask about it. Ask about it. When you get a contract, you say, hey, there's supposed to be 20 psi of water pressure by law here in the Philippines, from what I'm checking into. And that doesn't matter what floor it is. That's not at the entrance of the house. That's at every faucet. So, but can you do anything about it? No. But if you have a contract in the beginning, then you can have some, you can get some money off. Like right now, a 2-bedroom house is a lot more money, or two bathroom house is a lot more money than a single bathroom house. Heck of a lot more money. They should give me back the money for that bathroom up there. It's no good. It's absolutely worthless because it's a storage closet for a toilet and a sink. Yeah, that's all it is right now. So, but getting anything done here in the Philippines, my kids will be dead and gone before the courts handle anything here. It's just absolutely ridiculous how slow it is. These companies do this kind of stuff because they know how slow the courts are. So bend you over, ram it in, no Vaseline, because they can. So be careful who you buy from. I actually think it's a better idea to buy a house that's already built or build it yourself. Now, the problem happened with us. We found a home that we fell in love with. We just loved it. We loved the development. Back in behind development was like a industrial area with big storage things, so we had a lot of cool air coming up. Hey, don't do that. And it was super nice, and the way the house was set up, it was really nice. It had an indoor bathroom, shower, and all that, but it also had just a little pooper thing outside with a wash area. It was a fantastic house, and it had off the kitchen dining room area. It had a room you could have made it into a pantry or an extra bedroom if you had company. Then upstairs on the second floor, which was only half of the house, it had like a big loft area that you could put a big bed, and it had the roof of the house came to a peak from the front and the back, but it came up higher in the back, so you had windows aiming to the front, which was to the east. So you had some nice lightness in the morning. That would have been great to have a custom bed put in. And you could have hung a TV below the windows. You could have had your stereo and all that stuff. Everything laid out really nice up there. And we wanted that place. But what happened was, when I was going to transfer the money for the States, guys, if you want to transfer a huge amount of money in here, what?
Nothing for my head.
Good. So it takes a long time. You know, when I went to transfer the money in to get the place, I told the guy, hey, we want the place. And I didn't really have that much to give him to hold it, and he didn't want to make a big long time or anything like that. He said it'll be faster going through the bank, blah, blah, blah. Well, by the time the money came, you know, after it goes through all the crap it's got to go through in this country, plus just a transfer, and it was all cash. The place, he already had a deal started to be made on the house. And I actually went back to him and said, hey, look, I had got extra money. I'll give you this extra. Just let me have it. It's a cash deal. You don't got to wait for the bank. And he was like, nah. He was a cool dude. You know, I got to admit, he was a really good guy. And he told the people, look, I'm gonna give you so much time for the bank stuff to go through. So they got it, and we missed out on it. So that's why we wound up here. But we did. People ask me, you know, why did I look into this? Blah blah blah. Why did I do all this, that, and the other? We did. We looked at many builders all over the place around here. We didn't want it Manila way at all. Nothing, and wanted nothing to do with the condo. But we were out New Valley, we were out in Nasambu, we looked all around, even farther down in Batangas. We looked all over, and when we found this place, they had a really nice thing online about their construction technique and how they build them. Hi, baby. Well, careful, don't trip me. And it was solid. And when we saw they took us around to some of their other developments. We had a really good salesman. Just knock it off, guys. Come on. Just quit why are you pinching each other? Stop it. And quit being a crybaby. Holy cow, Moo. Are you a girl or a boy? But He took us around to some that were built already, even though we couldn't buy any of them. But I was looking at them, and some of the developments were a little older, and they were in nice shape, nice neighborhoods, a lot of stuff. But what they hid from us was the last few developments they've done. Like this one was a development already started. The place went bust. Everybody lost their money, so they picked up the ground cheap. And they knew the water was no good, and they still did it. So that's what you got to watch out. You got to watch out for the creeps, because there's creeps. You know, they're everywhere. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It's not just here. It's anywhere you go. You have to do your own investigation, and that's where I failed. I just was a typical dumb American thinking. You buy a brand new house in a development here, you're going to have water and you're going to have sewage. Well, duh. This is why I make these videos, guys. Don't get caught like I did. This is a major bone job. I'm not happy about it. The only reason I'm waiting for the November to come to do the pump and the tank and whatever else I have to do is because of my wife. No, I don't want you to do blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I don't want to argue. I'm retired. I don't want any arguments or headaches. So I suffer with no hot shower. And then once November comes and the warranty's out on the plumbing, I'm just going to fix it. And who knows if I put pressure in these walls, if these pipes are going to blow. I'll let you know. That's what you get. He just spit on his brother, so he got a whack. That's just the way it goes. I don't know what's the matter with Moo right now. We're having a ton of problems with him. He's turning into a real jerk. He's spitting on people. He's pinching them and then saying he's not. He's smashing things in the house. He's knocking things over on the table. He's spilling water, and I watched him the other day. It wasn't an accident. He looked. He didn't see me looking, and he just dumped a big thing of water all over the table and everywhere on purpose. So we're having trouble with him. I'm gonna get the belt. The belt's coming out. I'm not gonna cut him any slack on this. I don't know why he's turned into such a jerk, but that's where we're at right now with him. Everybody loves him. He's the favorite. He's kind of spoiled a little bit by everybody we know, plus his mom. She's pretty easy on him. She's tough too, though. And let's go, pal. But I'm actually getting tired of it. I never seen a kid pull crap like this before, and I'm not liking it at all. He just spit in his brother's face. What the hell is that? I'm not getting that. So, but he's doing all kinds of really weird crap. Spitting his food out, doing all kinds of stupid crap, and I'm not liking that. And then he doesn't want to eat anything. He thinks it's a restaurant. He says, I don't want that. I'm going to eat. So you know what? If you don't eat what I cook, pal, you're not getting anything. So he's on a no lunch right now. So, which is not good. I made lunch for everybody. I don't want that. He wanted something else. No, this isn't a restaurant. I don't take orders for lunch. I make lunch, you eat it. So we are having problems with him, and this is just going on right now, and I'm just not going to have it. So, but we're up at the gate right now, so I'm getting ready to go out, and I'll talk to you guys later. What could you say?
Good job.
What about you? Nothing from him because he's being a bonehead. Yeah, he's being a bonehead. Okay, well, we got we stopped up to the other little store instead of the little old lady because they're cheaper. They give you, it's 100 pesos for a beer. So a couple bucks, it's just what it costs. And I'm going to drink beer, hell with it. But we are having a little bit of a cloudy day here. No rain on us right now, a lot of cloud on the mountain over there. But it's nice now. It's cool. We're not getting sweaty when we walk, and should be pretty good. We're looking at rain. I watched the Westpac WX weather, and he's forecasting into Wednesday. We're going to have some we're gonna have some rain going on, which is, that's cool. But some areas are getting really saturated. I see Vietnam's really getting pounded. They had a lot of rain before, so there's going to be some mudslides, I'm sure. They always get them over there. We also saw there was a big volcano thing went off, and that fell into the ocean. That's going to make a big wave, and I can see that one hitting the East Coast. We'll see. We'll see. But guys, keep an eye peeled on the news. I really want to say something. I appreciate all you guys that'll put links in there of tidbits that you see. I don't keep the phone with me all the time. I was keeping the phone on me more, and I was holding it in my hand. I used to have a little wand that I kept it on, and then that broke. The plastic thing broke on it, so I wound up just holding it in my hand, and my right hand where I held it started hurting. I started getting joint pain in it, like ligament tendon pain and all that stuff. So here, hey buddy.
Hello.
But about a month ago, I have a holder again for the phone, and I haven't been putting it in my hand. Wes gave me a TENS unit I was working on it with, but I think just getting the phone away from my hand is what helped it out, because I think these phones can damage you if you're holding them. I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet about, like I knew a girl when I lived in the Midwest, and she had her little Nokia phone. She always stuck it down in her bra and stuff. And nobody in her family ever had any trouble with breast cancer or anything. And she got a big mass in her breast, right where the phone was. And I said, "Do you think it could be the phone?" And they had to go in and take it out. Now, they didn't do a mastectomy on her, but they took the thing out, messed her up a little bit. But then she started holding it in her hand, and she complained. This was years ago. She complained that her hand was starting to hurt. So she thinks the phones were hurting her from the radiation. So she said, "I'm done with them. No more phone." She just goes on her laptop. She hooked up with a Magic like I did, and I still talk to her from time to time. She was a neighbor lady, nice lady, nice kids. But there's my favorite tree, guys. Love that. Not these ones in front, the one in back. That's my favorite tree. The storm didn't get it too bad. It broke some stuff off, but it's okay now. And how's Maddie doing today?
Hello.
Hello, you doing good? You can put your mask down in your belt. You already got yours off. You okay now? You're not going to spit on people? Huh? Okay, good. So we're going to get this little guy's mind right and stop him from doing the things he's doing. It's just part of the process of these little guys turning into little men. That's my job. My job is to make them into little men. Excuse me. And that's what I'm going to do. So okay, yeah, I got it. Thanks, bub. But this stuff with the spitting and stuff. Even Wes, how you doing, buddy? When he was here, he noticed Moo was getting kind of goofy. People notice it, mostly dudes. Chicks don't. They let stuff like that go by. But even he noticed it, and I knew, and him and I talked about it. And I can't let this guy go bad. I just can't. And it's a shame, but it gets time to be the belt. It's my job to make sure he's doing okay. What? You just let suck on it for a while. I got him a little. I don't like to get him too much sugar or anything, but I did get him some Tic Tacs this time when we went to the store.
But can I eat one?
Yeah, you can eat one. Have Maddie help you open it. Yeah, it's hard to open. Maddie can help you. Get your brother to help you, and don't spit on him, please. But it's part of the growing process. It is. I know when I was young, I had a brother that caused me a lot of grief when it was just him and me. Hey, how you doing? When it was him and I, everything was good. But when he got with his buddies, he'd push me in the mud and do all this kind of stuff. And I think I said this in a video before. I couldn't defeat him. straight out. He's much bigger than me. He's a big dude. He always was. Even when we were little, I was stunted and didn't grow till later. And he was one of the other brothers that was athletic. My oldest brother was very athletic, and then down in between, that sort of went away. And then us last ones, I got a brother who's a couple years older than me. I think he could beat Lance Armstrong on a bicycle. You know, he's really tough. And then my closest brother in age, and he was giving me grief, lots of grief, pushing me down in the mud. I was getting in trouble when I got home. You know, my school clothes, because when we were kids, you put on your school clothes and your shoes.
Wax in your mouth.
Okay, and then as soon as you got home, you took them off. Those got taken off to be worn the next day. You didn't play in them or nothing. And then when I'd get home and there was a hole in the knee and they were full of mud, my mom was like having a fit. Because we wore like black pants and a white button-down shirt. You know, that was just the deal you did back in those days, which I think is a good deal. But I went ahead and I figured I ain't going to keep taking this. I was taking it. And then one day I hollered at him. I hollered a name that he didn't like. And he come running down. I had fixed the screen door. I was 7, not even 6. And fixed the screen door where I took the little door closer off. And I had the door open. And that was back before they had glass. And as soon as he got down to the landing and was coming out the door, I slammed the door. He put his hands out, cut his wrists up. Then I took a rake and I raked him on top of the head. I forget how many stitches he got. But I fixed him good. And then when he was, when we were on the way to the hospital, blood all over my mother's car, I was telling him, I'm going to take this towel off and let you bleed to death. And then years later, after we were adults and stuff, he had a lot of really big buddies where he lived, firemen and stuff like that. And one guy was being a jerk, and my brother walked over to him and says, "Don't." And I was actually the small guy there. These guys were just monstrously big. My brother's really big, and he said, "Don't mess with him. You're making a big mistake. Don't ever mess with him." So that's how that went. But time goes by. These guys, one thing that happens with the kids, they tussle and they fight. And I'm one that they'll get their pecking order. They'll learn. And like when they push Dorothy too far, she'll smack them down. She's the biggest, and they'll take care of it themselves. I just don't. You know, sometimes mom has to always jump in, and that doesn't solve the problem. They can solve their own problems. You know, like right now, the spitting. No, I don't go for that at all. And the pinching now, it's because it goes into a pinch fest. I like to leave it go. Mom was up at the store the other day, and they got Maddie and Moo got into a tiff because Moo was being a jerk, and Maddie fixed him. And then Moo backed off the rest of the day, and then they played, and everything was fine. So I'm not one to jump in too often. I'd rather just let them handle it themselves, like I did with my brothers and sisters. It's the way it goes. And I've had sisters that beat the crap out of me. I had a sister one time. She had a cat, and the cat had babies in the bed, and it got blood all over. It was a bloody birth. I didn't know that, and I got blood all over me, my pajamas, PJs we called them, and the sheet. And my mother was pissed, and I got whacked for it. You know, what are you doing that for? What'd you let him in there? Blah, blah, blah. She didn't like cats like me. I don't like them. And I got whacked. So when I seen that cat, I got mad, and I took it over the fence, and I threw it as far as I could, like, get out of here. You're causing me grief. And my sister was upstairs looking out the window at me. And boy, I got a thumping. She's much bigger than me. She's like 10 years older than me. But yeah, I got a little bit of trouble for that. But I personally myself, I'm not a cat guy. I like dogs. I've had a lot of good dogs. We want to get some more. But here dogs are very pricey, and the problem with the price, I don't mind if they set a price and it's a good price. It's when these son of a guns, as soon as they see me, because I have to see the dog, and then they jack the price up, sometimes even double. And that's a little aggravating. We have one guy said he knows somebody having Jack Russells, and then he was going to talk to him, and I hit him up a couple times, and then he left. He was gone for a month. When he come back, oh, they're gone already, so I didn't get a chance at those. But I do want a dog when we go walking, like we're walking now. I want a little dog with us, That's just, I've always had dogs, always. At one time in my life, I had 8 dogs. And when I went walking down the street, all my dogs were with me. Never need a leash for any of them. They all listened. I mean, if I told them to get something, they'd go get it. If I told them to get over here, they'd come to heel. I didn't have any problem with that. But nobody messed with me in that neighborhood. I lived in a bad section of town, you might call it. But the deal was, I even went to work. If I went to work, the dogs came. I didn't leave them at home. They came, and then they just hung around the car, or if I walked to work or whatever, they just hung around until I came out. That's just what they did. They didn't go home. But I didn't get bothered, because anybody would have bothered me, and I'd have hollered at them dogs. They'd have attacked. They were just, they loved me, and I do love dogs. That's a gift. They're gifts from above, just like these little guys, and they give you this unconditional love. It's a shame sometimes kids grow out of that. Dogs don't. I've never had a dog that grew out of that. They love you till the day they croak. And I just saw a video on a girl. It was very heartwarming. It was on Telegraph, and some guy came in and brought a dog that had tetanus, and the dog was frozen. It was locked up, and he couldn't afford it, so they were just going to leave it to die. And this woman was there, and she said, I'm going to take it on. She had a little bit of money, and she took this dog on to get the medicines it needed, and then she hand cared for it for months, and she got the thing back up and going. And she gave that dog a gift by taking care of it, and then what is she going to get back? She's going to get back tenfold from that dog. They're just a fantastic creature, and I love them. I just wish I could find one. If we get a little dog, maybe 2, that would be real nice, but nothing's going good yet right now. We're not finding anything just yet. So, but we're walking. The guy's got the grass cut all down here, and there's my handsome buddy.
Hello.
Hello. And he's doing better. And there's Tatai up there cutting the grass. So we're going to let you go. And what are you guys going to say?
Good job!
All right, guys.